Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Unbettable. I'm Mondo here with Gare and Holmes. And on today's episode, we got a jam-packed one for you. We're going to talk college football. We're going to talk NFL. We're going to hit on UFC. We got a special guest coming on. It's going to be a full episode, probably a pretty long one. But first, I wanted to start with something else. So it's come to my attention, ladies and gentlemen, that one Gary Gowdy over here has put down Big Dog Media as his internship for the senior year of school.
Yes, sir.
And part of his internship that he will be doing is a digital marketing and social media marketing. So I figure we should probably lay out some goals, shall we, Holmes?
I think so. That's the only logical way.
Smart goal. Gary, in order to use this, I expect you to be on top of gaining followers on all social accounts. Big Dog Media, Barroom Boys, and Unbettable. All three, you need to be gaining followers as much as you can. I also want you to be working with Etono to get clips to send out. We'll also be discussing some other goals later on off the show. But I wanted to lay that out on the table, on the pod, in verbal record to make sure you stay on top of it so that you have this internship.
Sounds good. Yep.
Cool. Holmes, what do you want to add for this?
Dude, digital marketing, I would give Gary bonus points if he can build a website.
I agree.
I think that'd be pretty crazy. Kind of keep all the media in one place. Give it just a central area where you can drop different things such as socials, obviously all the media that we have. Maybe even get to a point where you start putting out articles. That would be pretty crazy. But if you need help with that, Gare, I know what's up. I've done it on Wix. Sure. I've done it on WordPress. I've done it on a couple different areas. So that would be pretty fire. I'd give Gary some bonus points for that.
All right. Gare.
Wait, so that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. You're going to be the guy that signs off on his internship for school.
Yeah. So you better be on his shit.
Nice.
Or else I'm going to give him an F.
Nice. Gary's going to be on top of your ass.
Not fucking around, Gare. We're an up-and-coming media conglomerate. I need you on your shit.
Oh, he's going to be on top of your ass.
All right. Now that we got that out of the way, how are we doing today, boys?
God damn it. Fantastic, bro.
I love it. I love it.
Crazy Thursday night football last night. We did not think that game was going to be as down to the wire as it was. That was pretty wild, though. Playoff baseball has been incredible. We had a great Friday pick show going. College football, UFC, NFL. You said it in the intro. We got it all this weekend. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, we do. Gare, how are we doing now?
I'm pretty good. I'm better than this last episode. I had a rough day, but I did some I took a personal day today, played some Call of Duty, cranked out some homework, got, yelled at by children on the internet. So it was a good day.
Keep it pushing.
Could you reiterate what the children were saying on the internet?
For the sake of not getting canceled, I will not be repeating what the children were saying to me.
Okay.
That's all I have to say on the matter.
Were you at least shitting on the kids in Call of Duty?
Oh, yeah. You know me, bud. Sometimes I have my games where I kind of shit my pants, but
Holmes, I know him very well. That means he done the double negative.
Oh, yeah.
I did go 1-8 in one game today.
There we go. That's what that meant.
That was because I was on the phone.
Yep.
But it was pretty good. I also went 16-3. That was a good game.
It's a good game.
Good day.
Look at you go, Gare. Proud of you. And you got an internship locked in. You're set. You're ready to go.
Yeah,
Holmes.
Pray to God.
What's up?
College football. Let's fucking get it.
Yeah, dude. It's time. It's time to drop some college football picks. We got them all right here, man. So we're just going to go down the list. We're going to talk about these games a little bit, get some of your opinions on the games. First one I got, UCLA -17 against Stanford. This is a massive letdown spot for Stanford coming off of the big was it triple OT win? Or maybe it was just regular OT win against Colorado last weekend.
I think double.
Three.
What's up?
It was three.
Is it 3?
Was
Mhm.
3? Yeah. All right. That's all right. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was just a little fuzzy on that, but I think this is a massive, massive letdown spot for Stanford. This should be in UCLA's wheelhouse. Stanford's defense is not that great. UCLA needs to get cooking on offense. Their quarterback, Dante Moore, is going to be great one day. He was one of the top recruits, if not the top recruit last cycle. And landing at UCLA, I mean, you could really go either way out there. With Chip Kelly, you're expecting a high-powered, explosive offense, and he's going to fit that mold perfectly. But he struggled against bad defenses. He just came off of playing Utah and Oregon State back-to-back, both really, really tough on him. I think this is a great bounce-back spot for UCLA. Letdown spot for Stanford. I think we're getting a good number at 17. So if you guys agree, let me know. If you like Stanford, let me know. If you like anything in this game, what do you feel?
I'm already gonna go ahead and say UCLA covers the spread. Dante Moore is gonna be an elite QB. You already said that. He's had some turnover issues. It is what it is. But against the Stanford defense, that isn't really all that. It's not going to matter much between him and Steele running the ball. I think it's going to be a safe lock for UCLA. And I could see them jumping up to maybe 23, 22 on next week's poll. So,
Yep.
Gare?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna touch on. Being in the top 25, they definitely have something to prove now. So if they plan on retaining that top 20 standing, I think covering the spread would definitely lock them in.
Mm-hmm.
Bet. Love that. Love that. So that's the first one we're going to ride with. The other spread that I've got on here for right now. Listen, I'm not going to say I'm super confident about this one, but I tend to think that the wrong team might be favored in this matchup. I like Miami +2.5 against Clemson. I know Miami hasn't really been that good at home. Mario Cristobal still hasn't won a conference game at home since being at Miami. That sounds crazy to say, but I think this is the spot where he can get it. Clemson, I don't believe in them at all, man. I don't know about you guys, but this is the year where it's starting to come crumbling down. You can just see the effects of this team not utilizing the transfer portal. Every other team's going out there and getting transfers and utilizing the portal in a way that is going to benefit their team. And Dabo's like, no, man, we're just going to keep recruiting. We're going to do it from the bottom up, basically like just using our farm system kind of thing. And I don't think that's the way to go, man. College football is evolving to a point now where you have to be able to get those experienced players coming in from the transfer portal to help make those young guys get acclimated to the system, get acclimated to the type of college football atmosphere that they're going to see week in and week out. So really, I like Miami here. I like what Tyler Van Dyke's been doing down there in Miami for quarterback. And Cade Klubnik has not been, I think, what a lot of people have expected him to be, backing up DJU last year and coming in, having some hot spurts for Clemson. I tend to lean Miami here. I wouldn't say I have a ton of confidence in it because, again, Cristobal has not gotten that ACC conference win at home. But if I think there is a spot for him to get it against a team that would make him look really, really good in the coaches' standings right now, I think you can take that against Clemson.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with you there. I feel like between the two teams, Miami's definitely got the most prolific offense between Van Dyke, Parrish, and Xavier on the outside.
Yeah, man.
Clemson's defense has been a little iffy here and there. With that being said, Miami is 0-2 in ACC play, so that could factor in. With the over-under being 48.5, I could see that being a pretty easy over. I think it'll either go one of two ways: Miami with a blowout win, or a shootout that ends in a close loss.
Okay.
So I think
fair.
it's one of those two. I'm not really sure which way I'm leaning yet. I'm gonna need a little more time on that, but
True.
that's kind of right where I'm sitting right now.
Yeah, that's a tough game for sure.
Yeah. For this one, I'm gonna go against Hart, which take it with a grain of salt because Hart is gonna hit you with the cold heart facts. Hey, we should quote that one, the cold heart facts. but I don't really. This is one of those Gary logic things. I don't really have a reason. My mom's a Clemson fan, and I also hate Miami. I hate SoFlo Sports. I'm a big Tampa guy. But I guess if I had to back it up by some sort of logic, I think Will Shipley has been putting up some big numbers this year. I saw a thing on ESPN today. He doesn't have a lot of touchdowns. He has 3 touchdowns. But I think that if Dabo really wants to continue rocking with Clemson for a while, this kind of has to be a game that they come out and play some ball. So I could see him feeding Shipley up the gut every single time. I'm gonna take Clemson
No, I
minus
respect
3.
that. I respect that. I fade me, dude. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens this Saturday. I want to see what happens. I'm telling you, I don't have a lot of confidence in this game, man.
Those are fighting words right there.
Spread is too
Agitated.
close. It's Miami is just poop at home. I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense. It's like a negative home field advantage in Hard Rock. I don't understand. Makes no sense to me. But
+2 and -3 are both shitty odds.
yeah, you're getting it's tough value there with how close this game is. But I guess, all right, so I do have one more spread, but this one's at the half. I'm going to take Florida State -7 in the first half against Duke. This one, honestly, I was really contemplating taking Florida State and the points. If Riley Leonard wasn't going to play, I heard there's a pretty good chance he's going to be on the field on Saturday. So I kind of want to stay away and don't really want to go after that whole spread because I think it's 17.5. That's a little too big for me, especially how good Riley Leonard has been with Mike Elko. I think I saw a stat that Mike Elko and Riley Leonard have not lost by more than one score, like one touchdown since they've been together. That's pretty wild. Mike Elko's done a fantastic coaching job down in Duke. I mean, to be 5-1 up until this point, awesome. I mean, and they faced some pretty nice competition too. So I'm just taking FSU to start out hot here. I've been riding Florida State a lot first half. Spreads, team totals, they seem to get it cooking early, especially at home in the Doak. Going to be absolutely rocking for a ranked matchup in prime time too. Mm-hmm. So I like Florida State to definitely be up by a touchdown at the half.
Yeah, I mean, Duke's kind of proven already that they can hang with the big dogs at this point. They're 2-0 in ACC, 5-1 overall. Yep. They're definitely more of a second half team and are very gritty. But if they can stay step by step with Florida State, then they have a good chance to win this game, even though, the odds are never in their favor.
Yeah.
I do like FSU's first half spread. I think that's a good pick, Holmes. They're always hot out the gate. But, as a Florida guy, I never want to see Florida State succeed. It's just in my blood.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to bet it. I do want to see if Riley Leonard plays. I think that's going to be a big decider in which way I'm going to lean on this game.
Absolutely.
But right now, I'm just hoping Duke just pulls out this nasty upset and just ruins Florida State's season. That's my only goal.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah. I agree with Mondo, and I think it's kind of funny because he's adapted that sort of Gary logic for this pick here. I noticed. And I like Park's take with them leading by 7 at the half. But that 17.5 spread, I just don't see him doing it. I mean, you're looking at like FSU's wins over the past few weeks, and they've been very close. Not too close for comfort, but there's definitely some points in the game where you can see that they're like, holy fuck, like we're about to get the shit beat out of us. Like we need to like step up. But that's not to like discount Jordan Travis in any way. Like he's gonna surpass 1,500 yards in this game, which is huge. In his 7th game of the season, that's big numbers. But again, I am praying on, the football gods to bless me and Mondo with a burst of happiness this weekend by making FSU lose.
Praying on FSU's downfall. We have to.
Oh yeah, I think about it every night before I go to bed.
It's natural. All right, so we'll keep it rocking. I have a couple of team totals, both in the Pac-12. I'm going with USC over 30.5, and I'm going with Oregon over 40.5. Both of these, I just feel like these are easy numbers for these high-powered offenses to crush. I really like USC, obviously coming off of a really tough game against Notre Dame. I mean, Caleb Williams, I don't see him going back-to-back shit games like that. I know Utah's defense has been pretty steady. That's been really the calling card for their team because their offense has been doing nothing. And again, we still don't know about Cam Rising, so I don't want to even touch the spread of this game. I would just rather bet on Caleb Williams to have a nice bounce back game here, put up at least 30 points. I did see a stat earlier today that Caleb Williams and Lincoln Riley, since they've been in USC, they have scored at least 30 points in every home game that they've had. So I'm rocking with this USC at home over 30.5. And then Oregon, 40.5. I mean, here, Washington State, they started off really high. You got to give them a lot of credit. I love the Wazoo team that they have up there, but they give up a lot of points, man. Even to bad teams, they give up a lot of points. I was actually trying to go back and look at what they've done against recent teams. They're 4-2, not bad at all. They recently just fell out of the top 25. But they gave up 24 to Colorado State, 22 to a struggling Wisconsin offense, 21 to North Colorado, if you've ever heard of them, 35 to Oregon State, 25 to UCLA, and 44 last week to Arizona. Yes, unranked Arizona scored 44 points on Washington State last week. Washington State's got to go play in Oregon this week, man. That's a hostile environment. I like Bo Nix to have a really nice game here. He's also bouncing back off a really close Washington loss. From here on out, man, Pac-12, if you have one loss in there, you got to prove yourself. You have to put up points. You have to show that you are a national championship contender. So the only way they do that, run a score up. So we got those two team totals we're rocking with in the Pac-12.
Yeah, I think I'll match you with Oregon. I think Bo Nix is going to have a great game. Washington State has one big hole on defense, and it's their whole defense. So
yeah,
I really don't see them even standing a chance at this point against Oregon's high-powered offense.
Mm-hmm.
On the other side of the Pac-12 matchups, Utah, USC, I actually love this game. I'm going to hold off until tomorrow, just see if there's any sort of news on Cam Rising that, by miracle he ends up playing, and then you can lock in an easy over. But I'm very excited for this matchup. Caleb Williams, we all know, is an elite QB. That USC offense is dominant. Despite their recent loss, they're still 6-1, 4-0 in Pac-12 play. Utah has that one loss in Pac-12, but they're still 5-1. They're still kicking it, ranked higher than USC. I don't know. We'll toss it around. I think as of now, if Cam Rising doesn't play, I'm gonna take the USC spread. If he does play, I'm gonna lock in the over. So either way, you'll get a bet out of me. It just depends kind of on what happens with him.
True.
That's where I'm at.
Fair. Very fair.
Gare?
Yeah.
What are we eating?
Nah, he's good. He's eating, bro. Let him chill. He's eating.
No,
All
no,
right, we'll
not
keep
eating.
going.
I'm not eating. I'm here. I'm here.
All right, I
No.
got you. We got a few more picks. Next two props. I talked about this on the last show. Dylan Gabriel props. I think he's going off against UCF. This is the revenge game. It's in Oklahoma. Oklahoma's coming off of a bye week. I love the spot for Dylan Gabriel. You can call me crazy, but I'm taking over 24.5 completions and over 2.5 pass TDs. Now, obviously, he hasn't hit these numbers in every single game that he's played so far this season, but he has put them up at least in the majority. I want to go back and try and look at his stats if I can, because I know I was finding some value on the touchdowns and the completions. So I just want to make sure I get his numbers absolutely correct. Yes, when he went back, he's gone over 24.5 completions in 3 out of the 5 games so far against Tulsa, Cincinnati, and Iowa State. Against Texas, he had 23. Got pretty close. SMU 19. I mean, that was just a shit game for him. Honestly, I think he had 19 for 27 for 176. Not really great in the yardage department. Same thing for the over 2.5 touchdowns. He's cashed that in 3 out of 5 games so far too. So I like this revenge spot against UCF. I'm taking those two Dylan Gabriel props. And then a total Alabama, Tennessee. We're taking the under. I think this is going to be an absolute fucking rock fight game. Tennessee's defense has been really nice so far this season, way better than they were last season. And Alabama's defense is nice too, man. Jalen Milroe hasn't been able to do anything special behind that offensive line for Alabama. So I'm taking under 49. See it a low scoring game. And if you want any sprinkle on the spread, probably take Tennessee plus 9.5 there.
Holmes, I'm a little worried. We usually don't line up with a lot of the same bets, but here we are.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely taking the under. Do I like the Bama spread at 9? No, I really don't. So I'm just going to lock in the under for that game. I think Tennessee is very overrated, and Bama doesn't have a strong enough offense, like you've been saying.
Yep.
So that's kind of my one takeaway there. UCF, Oklahoma. I think I may take like the Oklahoma team total, and that probably the under.
I
Because
would
right
go
here I
over.
have under 69.5.
Oh, 69.5. Jesus, that's pretty high. I mean, I thought if it was
So
closer to 60, it's worth taking, but if it's up there, I don't know. I don't know if I can see that.
yeah, so I think I'll take the under for that one.
Yeah. And he might get it by just a hair, but yeah, 70 points just seems like a
Yeah.
lot, especially with the running clock now in college football. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like this is the type of game where I can count on UCF for that many points.
Mm-hmm. Gare?
Fuck UCF. Ryan Oklahoma on that. Yeah, bounce house, bounce on this fucking dick. I hate UCF. Um, Also like minus 17.5. I'm definitely gonna take that. Like UCF actually is just gonna get mollywopped in this game. I don't think they're ready to fuck with people like that at this point in time. Um, Alabama, Tennessee. Definitely taking Tennessee in that game. Tennessee spread. Bama is not beating them by 9 points. There's just no shot. Bama is not who they used to be, and Tennessee also sucks cock, but taking Tennessee spread. Oh shit, excuse me. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say about it. Fuck Alabama, fuck Tennessee, fuck
There it
UCF.
is. I was waiting for it.
They can
All
all go to
right.
hell.
Holmes, well fucking done leading the segment, sir. Well fucking
Appreciate it.
done. We'll
Appreciate
keep
it.
up with
And,
that.
and if you're not following on the Twitter, please follow at Unbettable. We'll definitely have more picks dropping tomorrow. I'm anticipating having at least 2 to 3 more on the slate, not on the pod tonight, that I'm going to work on tonight and tomorrow morning before the game. So please follow us on the Twitter at Unbettable. That's where you'll get all the picks Saturday, Sunday, all the midweek stuff we have going on too. Follow us there.
Yeah, the pods are always which way we're leaning, not necessarily our confirmed picks. If you want confirmed picks, Gary is our boy, our social media intern, and he will tweet them out tomorrow morning before all the games kick off, probably around 11 o'clock. So somewhere in there. But we're actually going to send it over to a read with Mr. Gary Gowdy. So, Gary, take it away.
What's up, everybody? It is your boy Gary here with the Unbettable podcast, and I'm here to talk to you today about lock spread. Now, lock spread is comparable to your favorite player prop pick sites such as Prize Picks, except it's more catered to people our audience, catered to the teams we like, catered to the college teams we like, got baseball in there, golf, every sport you can think of. But I just want to tell you guys a little bit more about the promos that we have going on right now on the site. Just to let you know, the mobile app did just launch, which is huge, making it a lot easier for you to place those last minute picks. So the promos we got going on right now, we are matching every deposit up to $100, essentially doubling your money, giving you more to play with, more time to explore the site. Also, whenever you first sign up for the app, you will get a $5 credit. This essentially gives you some money to play with, see if you really like the site, see if it's something you could see yourself using in the future. Also, tonight, I don't know when the podcast is going up, but we got a free square up tonight for Jimmy G over half a passing yard. It's free. And you can expect more free squares like that. We have at least 2 to 3 every week. So make sure you click the link here, and it'll take you to my referral code, sign up through there, and we'll get you rolling. Hope you guys make some money. Make sure you check out Lock Spread. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary, for that subpar read, as always. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
We'd like to now welcome on Mr. KQ, my boy Kyle, Holmes' old roommate. Kyle, how we doing today?
Feeling great. Ready to lock in some picks. Big weekend upcoming, so I'm definitely ready.
All right.
He knows.
Let's go ahead and let's get into it. Starting with the 1 o'clock slate. We got Raiders at Bears. Justin Fields probably nowhere to be found, along with every weapon except DJ Moore on the Bears. Let's start it off with Kyle. What are you thinking?
No Jimmy G. Justin Fields possibly out. It's just really the definition of a trash game, if you ask me. So I probably personally wouldn't bet anything on this, but if I had to take a pick, give me the Bears.
Wow.
All right.
I like this guy's logic. I like it.
Alien Gare, what are we thinking?
Alien Gear. I'm rocking with the Bears. I'm supporting my boy Lip this weekend. Lip needs this. I honestly think Nick Lipinski might hang himself if the Bears don't win this game. 1-5 versus the fucking Raiders, 3-3, playing in Chicago. It's gonna be a beautiful day out. I'm taking the Bears.
Holmes?
Bro, high key, this is such a poop bowl game. But
Yeah.
like I feel like there's no way you can't ride the Bears here. The Raiders have proved absolutely nothing to me for them to be 3-3 right now. That makes absolutely no sense. This is a classic spot where Justin Fields is not playing. Everybody's like, bro, it does not matter who is quarterback for the Raiders. Hammer the Raiders. Everybody's going to be on the Raiders. This is where you win because the Bears are at home and they're going to pull out some clutch bullshit for fourth quarter. It's going to happen. I don't know how, but it's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I'm with you guys. I really couldn't give less of a shit about this game, but I do want to see the Bears catch another dub, make them 2-5 on the year. I also want DJ Moore to have a pretty big game, regardless of who their fucking QB is this week. I have no clue who it would be. I need him to do well for fantasy purposes. But from one poop bowl to another, we have the Browns at the Colts. Started off with Alien Gare this time.
Oh, you're starting with me. Let's do some evaluating. So Deshaun is back this weekend, correct? That's correct, right? Or am I tripping?
I believe so.
Yes. Okay.
No way.
Thank you.
Wow.
So since Deshaun Watson is playing in this game, I hate Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson, if you're watching this, you're a human piece of trash, and you should burn at the stake. But I'm taking the stash. You know me, I got the stash on deck always. I'm taking Minshew here with the Colts. Spread's not looking too bad. -3.5 for Cleveland though. But I'm riding Colts money line here because fuck Deshaun Watson.
Holmes?
Oh, that's great shit. That's great shit. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I have like a lean per se in this game, but I will take Gardner Minshew to throw a pick for -140. It's juiced a little bit, but honestly, Browns defense is apparently the fucking best in the league. They just shut the shit down of the 49ers last week. I think they're actually legit. Gardner Minshew's throwing a pick this week.
Yeah, it's another trash game if you ask me. Damn. I mean, I'm probably gonna take. You have to take the Colts. Jonathan Taylor he's back. They're gonna run him, so kind of just hope that he dominates. I mean, the Browns defense though is really tough, so it will be interesting. Another game I probably wouldn't actually bet on, but give me the Colts.
Fair.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch this game with the 10-foot pole. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna watch it. So I really don't want to bet on it. So I'm gonna stay away from it until I have some sort of fucking epiphany. But yeah, this is an absolute shitter. Browns defense is good. I hate Deshaun Watson. Colts are trash. It's a whole clusterfuck of garbage. So we're just not gonna go down that road right now.
Massive
We'll
football.
throw it over. Bills, Pats. Let's start with Mr. KQ down there. What are we thinking?
Another interesting game. I mean, the Pats have been just underwhelming, just terrible. And the Bills only being 8.5. I kind of expected the line to be a little bit more. I'm seeing 8.5. So honestly, give me the Bills spread -8.5.
Holmes?
Yeah, honestly, I probably have to say the same thing. Like, as much as it kind of looks like a trap at it only being at 8, I mean, this should be a double-digit spread, dude. 100%. But yeah, I'd probably have to ride the Bills spread here. The money line is way too fat, obviously, with the Patriots being complete poop this year. So win by 9, it could be a worse number. I'll take that.
Yeah.
In this game, I'm gonna stay away from picking either team. I'm gonna go with over 40, for the overall score. I was reading a thing today that kind of like made sense. Believe it or not, I do read here and there. It said that the Bills only play as good as their opponent, and I thought about that for a second. I was like, like thinking about how the Bills have played this year compared to like, of course, last year when we were like, oh, they're gonna win the fucking Super Bowl. Like, they kind of have been underwhelming in a sense, especially in the first half. In the second half, they seem to turn it up. Um, but I'm just gonna say over 40. Just looking at like previous games, they have been putting up pretty big numbers. And I think that if Bill Belichick, or let's put it this way, I think if Pats fans don't want Bill Belichick to kill himself, they will have a okay game this weekend. So I'm gonna say over 40.
Respect.
Sound logic as always, Gary. I appreciate it.
I mean, it makes sense.
Bills are easily going to cover the spread. I obviously have them to win this game. Pats are 0 for 3 at home, 0 and 3 since they've installed that shitty lighthouse. So no surprise here. Taking the Bills and a Stephon Diggs anytime TD. I think he's good for at least 1. So that's kind of how we're looking. What's wrong, Gary?
Nothing, Mondo. I got nothing to say to your bitch ass, bro.
Why is that? Because we made a trade where I got Stephon Diggs? Is that why?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's about to
Stephon Diggs
go
ain't
off on your
catching
ass,
shit.
Garrett.
Bro, shut up. You're the one that told me the trade was good.
Oh, was it
Whatever.
fair? It was fair. It was
That's
fair. It was
that's
fair.
enough. We're not talking about the trade.
On to the poopiest poop bowl of the 1 o'clock poop bowls. We have the Commanders at the Giants. An absolute shitter. I guess I'll kick this one off real quick. Commanders are 3 and 3, Giants 1 and 5. Giants are also 0 and 2 at MetLife this year. I'm going to take Washington to cover the spread. Spread's only 3. Over under 37.5. Not sure which way I'm leaning on that yet, but Sam Howell's a pretty good QB. He hasn't been anything special, but good enough to at least sneak out a dub this game. Scary Terry, he's been a little underwhelming this season. I could see him having a big game. It is Spooktober after all, so we'll see what happens. But let's send it over to the moron in the top left, Mr. Gary Gowdy.
See, I'm in the top right, and you know who's in the top left on my fucking screen? Your bitch ass. Just think about that for a second. So in this case, I'm gonna take Washington, first half. Just like thinking about how the Giants played in the first half this year, there was a stat going on for a while that they couldn't score a tutty in the first half. I guess they kind of changed that over the past couple weeks, but the Giants fucking suck. A lot of kids in my fraternity love the Giants, and I think it's so cringe. So I'm gonna take Washington first half here.
Holmes.
I don't know, man. This is kind of a tough one for me. God, I hate this so much. I'm trying to find a prop that I kind of like. And honestly, I kind of stumbled upon Sam Howell over 15.5 rush yards. That's not horrible. I mean, he's gotten that in 3 out of the 5 games so far this season. He is a little bit more mobile than people will give him credit for, but he just doesn't do it a whole lot. That might be a tough one for me to do. I don't know. If I have to pick anybody in this game, it's probably going to have to be the Commanders, because if I bet the Giants, I feel like a fucking idiot.
Daniel Jones pick.
Very true. I'm actually really glad you guys said this is a poop bowl, because it is a poop bowl, but I think there's tremendous value on the Commanders. The Giants, everybody knows how bad the Giants are. They're not getting any better. They're going to stay at the bottom. Commanders, -3, ride it. Also, Mondo, you said Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin's numbers against the Giants, if you check that, I think he's scored in the last 3 out of the 5 games they've played the Giants. So I like Terry McLaurin anytime. I like Terry McLaurin over 58.5 receiving also.
Nice.
Terry and Spooktober, man. It's a lock.
Dropping knowledge.
All right, on to another game in the 1 o'clock slate. Falcons at Bucks. Falcons 3 and 3,
Great game.
Bucks 3 and 2. I know we got a lot of Bucks fans in here, so I'll kick it off just very briefly. If the Falcons want to have any chance at winning this game, this needs to be a pure Bijan Robinson game. He needs to dominate the carries, dominate the short yard receptions. They got to find Kyle Pitts somewhere. With that being said, I don't see their defense holding up against Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. I think that's just a 1-2 punch that if you don't have the secondary for that, you're not going to last very long. So I'm going to take the Bucks minus 2.5. A lot of people think this is a coin flip. I really don't think so. I think the Bucks are a lot better than the record shows this year. But yeah, with that, I'll kick it over to this trio of Bucks fans to line it up for us. So who wants to go?
I'll start us off.
All right.
Yeah, I also really like the Bucks. Clearly, minus 2.5. The Falcons are not good. They have Bijan. They have, Desmond Ridder, questionable, but I'm taking the Bucks minus 2.5. Also have a quick stat to back that up. Atlanta has lost their 8 away games, their last 8 away games.
Wow.
And in those 8 games, they've averaged 20 points or less in those games. So I think they're not going to put up many points. The Bucks D is sustainable. Like they should be able to do the job. Give me Bucks minus 2.5.
Damn, I love that. That's great shit. You know we're riding the Bucks, ride money line, ride spread. I don't give a damn. We're riding the Buccaneers at home against the Falcons. You get embarrassed like that against the fucking Lions. No, you're gonna beat the shit out of the Falcons this week. And I love that stat about Atlanta absolutely pooping on the road, not scoring points. Under 19.5 team total for minus 140 is not too bad. It's a little juiced, but if you want to go under 17.5 for minus 120, a little more dangerous, but I would definitely go for that to back up what you had about that. And honestly, you can call me crazy for this. Kalijah Cansey plus 225 to get a sack. That kid is a monster.
Wow.
First pick from the Bucks in last year's draft. This guy knows what's up. He just played his first full game last weekend and got a sack. He looks electric. That dude off the ball looks nice. Vita Vea up in the air, questionable to play this week. If he doesn't, Cansey's going to get even more run than he normally does. Plus 225. Great value there.
Gary.
Buccaneers. The Buccaneers. I love the Buccaneers. Taking the spread here, of course. I also like a Mike Evans anytime tutty. I think he's due. I feel like the past couple weeks it's just been kind of like he's not really playing like himself, and people are calling it like the downfall of him. And I don't want to believe that at all. So I like a Mike Evans anytime tutty. But mark my motherfucking words, Baker Mayfield. If you shit your pants again this weekend, I'm gonna fucking make a phone call to Kyle Trask so goddamn fast to get on that motherfucking field because I'm tired of you. I am tired of you coming out, stretching your arms in the first half, like I'm gonna throw a pick here and I'm gonna throw a long ball here. Maybe you could run the ball here. I'm tired of it. If he shits his pants again this game, Kyle Trask, save us all, please.
Now, what if I told you guys he was the best QB in that division? Would you agree?
Fuck yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Technically, yes, but is he a good QB overall, would you say, Mondo?
I think he's a
No.
starter.
Yeah, he's a starter. Like, what? Yeah, he's a starter, but no, Kyle Trask.
Would you rather
He's a
have
favor.
Baker Mayfield or Gardner Minshew?
Baker Mayfield.
Fuck
Thank you.
no. Fuck no. I would take Gardner Minshew in an instant. No fucking way you just said Baker Mayfield. No fucking way. I would take
At least he's
Gardner.
been a starter for most of his
100%.
career.
I will die on that hill. I will die on that hill.
He'll die alone.
All right, before we have a fist fight between Bucks fans, let's send it over to by far and away the best matchup in the 1:00 slate. Lions at Ravens. Line currently stands Ravens -3, over under 43. Boys, this is a Lions game through and through. This is also Jahmyr Gibbs' breakout game. No David Montgomery. He's out. He's not playing. This could be one of those weekends where I double up anytime TDs between Amon-Ra and Jahmyr. We'll see. but one of them's gonna get the anytime gift from me this week.
Nice.
That being said, Ravens, their offense isn't anything exciting. They're pretty boring overall. I mean, Lamar and Mark Andrews are kind of their bright spot, but even then, they haven't been playing that well. They're also 1-1 at home. I know that's not really saying much, but the Lions are 3-0 on the road this year. They're an incredible road team, so I'm gonna take the Lions money line, and there will be an anytime TD.
Nice.
So let's send it to Gary.
I like a Lamar Jackson anytime touchdown this game. I think he's due. He's leading the fucking team in like rushing yards. And I don't like either of these teams, honestly. Fuck Detroit for what they did to us last weekend. Take Jared Goff out at the knees. Lamar Jackson anytime tutty. That's the only thing I'm taking from this game.
Bro, the glasses are fucking killing me.
It's getting surgical in here.
Yeah. To be honest, I am gonna stay away from picking a side because I just don't think I have a great feeler on this, but Lions defense has been much improved and looked pretty nice last weekend against the Bucks. I'm gonna take Lamar Jackson to throw a pick for plus money, plus 105. Lamar Jackson has been okay so far this season, nothing super special. I don't think he has been as sharp as he could be up until this point in the season. So I can definitely see at least one mistake getting away from him. And I love that for plus money.
I agree with the Lions. I think the Lions being 2.5 against the Ravens, all of the Ravens wins, like the Ravens' 2 losses is against the Steelers and the Colts. 2 poop teams.
Yeah.
And the Lions are 5-1. The Lions are 5-1. They're putting up points. They're putting up points consistently. Jared Goff's in the goddamn MVP race. And they have weapons. Jahmyr Gibbs, like you said, Mondo, Jahmyr Gibbs needs to have a week for my fantasy team. And Amon-Ra, weapon, like they should win this game by, I say, possibly even a touchdown.
Yeah, I've never
That's
seen
good shit.
someone just slurp up food like
I saw it in the corner of my
that
eye. I
was
was like, what
wild.
the hell?
That was fucking
Nasty
wild. I can't get over that. All right, on to the first game of the 4:05 slate. Steelers at Rams. I really don't have a great read on this other than the fact that the Steelers suck in my eyes, which I think they do. I think the Rams easily cover a 3-point spread. That's all I really got right now. I don't know what else to say. The running game for the Rams is going to be interesting this week. I'm not sure what they're going to do. So I'm a little hesitant to like really make a bet on this game, but Kyle, I'll let you take it away. What do you think?
Yeah, this is probably won't watch this game at all, to be honest. So it's like, I don't know. Steelers are getting Deontay Johnson back, so they guess that gives them a slight edge, but probably gonna stick with the Rams, probably just on the money line, if anything.
Holmes?
Yeah, I would have to agree there. I think I can't see myself putting any money on the Steelers right now. And they just have not proved anything offensively that makes them look like they're worth a team betting on. So Rams at minus 185 on the money line. It's not horrible. I think they can squeak out a close one, but it's not like I'm a big believer in the Rams either right now.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp anytime tutty. If he doesn't get it, this motherfucker will come chasing after that man in the white hoodie. Because me and Mondo made a very big trade in our fantasy league this week. And if Cooper Kupp doesn't score, yeah, it's gonna be a rough weekend.
Yep. Go team. Cardinals at Seahawks. Cardinals are fucking ass, bro. The Seahawks are 3-2, 1-1 at home. Cards are 0-3 on the road. That's all I can really say. I'm not comfortable betting a spread here at 8. Over under 44.5. I'd probably take the under there, but I would say Kenneth Walker anytime TD would probably be a good lock. So other than that, that's all I really got. So let's send it to the Burger. Oh, what are you now? What the fuck
I don't
are
know.
you?
I got drip on me. That's all I know. Battle of the Birds. I don't really got shit to say about this game, to be honest. Yeah, I don't really have shit to say about much of the games. I just want to make a bird sound.
The greatest sports betting mind of our generation, ladies and
Hey
gentlemen.
boy, I win
Big
money,
Daddy.
motherfucker. Don't even try me with that. I win money. Sometimes. Give me Seahawks money line.
Damn, that's fat.
Thanks, Gare.
That's fat.
Over minus 400.
Holmes.
Holy shit. Dude, yeah, I don't know about a side here. I kind of lean the Cardinals to cover. I don't really love the 8.5 number. I kind of wish it was 9.5. But yeah, I'd probably jump on the under with you, Mondo. These offenses aren't really anything to write home about. I think if anybody gets it cooking, it's definitely the Seahawks. But over 45, I don't know if I can really see that.
Yeah. Kyle?
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, I'll probably just ride Seahawks money line, something like probably throw it in a money line parlay with a couple other legs. I think it's semi-safe. Like you said, the Cardinals are just not good. I'm also playing. I'm going to play Geno Smith this week in fantasy over Brock Purdy, so I need it. I need
Nice.
it.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Trust it. Trust it.
We had a lot to say about that one.
425 slate. Packers at Broncos, ladies and gentlemen. It is yet another poop bowl. I am completely uninterested in this entire game. I will say the Broncos are complete ass and are 0-3 at home. Sean Payton is definitely on the hot seat this game. Packers 1-2 on the road. It's basically a coin flip. Spreads 1 to the Packers. I may just take Packers money line. Might as well. But yeah, that's the only kind of read I have on this game. There's not much else. Probably the under too.
Yeah, bro, sign me the fuck up for Green Bay money line. I am not putting a dime of my dollar on the Broncos for the rest of the season. Not happening. They're fucking garbage. It's over. It's a tire fire. The fire sale is going to be starting in a couple weeks. So give me the Packers all day long. Jordan Love redemption game.
Yeah, the Broncos are something different. I don't know. The only thing I like about the Broncos is Cortland Sutton, and he can't really do anything without the help of the rest of the team. So give me Jordan Love money line.
They love that.
Yeah. All right. The third best game of the Sunday slate. Chargers at Chiefs. Chiefs 2-1 at home. Chargers 1-1 on the road. Chiefs minus 5.5. Over under 48. Give me a Keenan Allen anytime tutty. Chiefs defense. The only good part is their front. That's really it. So anyone can get burned in that secondary. We've seen it over and over again this year. The only thing that saves them is their offense. I may wait and see if the line shifts anymore. I think this will end up being a shootout, but I'll probably take the over in this game, but that's really it. Kyle, what do you think?
Yeah, I do like the over. I do like the over 48 for sure. I could definitely see a shootout, high scoring. Honestly, I like the value that is on the Chargers money line, to be honest, because the Chargers have been rolling. Justin Herbert has been rolling, and the Chiefs, they've been winning games, but they're not the Chiefs that everybody thinks when they think of the Chiefs. So
Yeah.
give me the Chargers, honestly. I believe in the Chargers, Justin Herbert.
Holmes?
Yeah, honestly, the money line value, it really isn't bad at all. But I'm going to take the 6 points. If you're giving me 6 points, the Chargers, every game they've lost so far has been very, very close. It's been, I think, by like 3 points or less. I could be wrong on that, but they have played almost every game right down to the wire. Chargers score, man. Like their defense isn't great, but The Chiefs have definitely been different this year. There's something a little bit off about them, and I can't put my finger on. But if you're giving me 6 points with the Chargers, I like Justin Herbert to keep it close.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to speak for this one?
You guys skipped last time.
Yeah. I'll tell you what's different in the air. It's fucking Taylor Swift. That's what's different in the air. So for that reason, since they are playing at Arrowhead, I'm gonna go ahead and do a Travis Kelce anytime tutty.
Wow.
You already know he's gonna catch the ball, look up in the press box, and be like, "Look, I caught the ball!" You know, just like he did that first game that she was there. Travis Kelce anytime tutty.
Oh, you're crazy, Gary. I love it.
Okay. I'm sorry, Gare. I didn't realize I skipped you.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Man, shut up and eat your food. On to the biggest game of the weekend. Dolphins at Eagles, Sunday night prime time. It is going to be absolutely fucking electric. Potential Super Bowl preview. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Funny, Gare. So fucking
Nothing. Oh, I was just having hot flashes thinking about the possibility of Miami being in the Super Bowl.
Anyway, Eagles are 2-0 at home. Dolphins 2-1 on the road. Line has Eagles 2.5 over under 50.5. My heart's saying Dolphins. My money's saying Eagles. I'm gonna wait to make a bet on this until later in the day, Saturday, I would think, just to see if there's any sort of movement. Obviously, Tua's been having a great season. He's definitely played the better of the two QBs. Miami's rushing attack. We're obviously down Achan. Fuck you, Gary. And then our receivers are looking great. On the other side, a lot of the people that were on the injured report for the Eagles earlier in the week are now no longer injured. So I'm a little concerned. That defensive matchup between the two obviously favors the Eagles. It's going to be a fucking battle. That's all I can say. Gary, let's go over to you, I guess.
I like Philadelphia in this game. Spread is really low, -2.5. Mama Kelsey's going to be in the building because, like I said, Taylor's going to be at the other game. And I'm rocking with Mama Kelsey. And, you know, she brings that energy. Great woman. Shout out Mama Kelsey. If you ever want to be on the pod one day, call
She
me.
doesn't know you, bro. Get out of here.
Call me. Call me.
It's worth a shot.
Call me. But yeah, I'm gonna take Philly -2.5 and Tua. You know what? No, fuck Tua. I'm just gonna leave him alone this week. Philadelphia spread. That's all I gotta say.
Kyle, what you got, bro?
This is a great game. It definitely is a great game. This, as well as the Monday night game, are going to be pretty big. Dolphins. I'm going to trust them. It's a big game. They need to win it. They know they need to win it. Like Mondo said, potential Super Bowl matchup, which I do believe. So give me the Dolphins money line.
All right.
Yeah, me and Kyle were in Miami last week, and we were boots on the ground with you, Mondo, in Hard Rock Stadium.
Sure.
You think I'm going to fucking bet against them right now? You're insane. Miami Dolphins, money line. Give me it.
The entire city of Philadelphia is worried about the Phillies right now.
Yeah, they don't
Dolphins.
really care about football right now.
Fact.
That's true. Yeah, I didn't really need to say it. I'm obviously on the Dolphins. I didn't think I needed to go out and say that. So yeah, I am. Final matchup of the week, Monday Night Football, Niners at Vikings. Spread's currently at 7, over under 44. I'm a little hesitant to do anything with this game until I see what's going on with McCaffrey. If he plays, I may take the spread. If he doesn't, I may take the under. So it's another one of those coin flip games for me. Kyle, what do you think?
I actually don't hate the over on this game. I think the Vikings are going to put up some points. No Justin Jefferson, but Jordan Addison is a massive piece for them.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough against the Niners. The Niners D is good. The Niners in general are good. I think Brock Purdy is going to put up some points also. Give me the over and also give me the Niners spread. McCaffrey or not, give me the 6.5.
Holmes.
Damn, bro, this is so tough for me because
Yeah.
as much as I want to pick the 49ers in a bounce back spot from last week, dude, I feel like literally the entire world is going to be hammering the 49ers. I really want to take the Vikings at home for a touchdown. Like, I don't think they'll win, but I think they can cover because I think everybody and their mother might be on the 49ers. I might just have to make this a strictly fade the public play here.
You got to remember, too, Kirk Cousins is playing in prime time.
Not
Oh,
always
fuck.
good.
Remember that.
I did fucking forget about that. God, Kirk is awful in prime time. All right, fuck that, bro. I'm not even touching
Niners,
this.
6.5.
Doesn't even matter. I can't even touch this. Not gonna happen. Fuck. Forgot about that. Bad.
Yeah, I live with a Vikings fan, and honestly, it's just like I don't know what to compare him to. It's tragic though, watching his poor little eyes melt every Sunday, watching the Vikings play. Um, but like Kyle said, Madison, take him for anytime tutty. I see it happening. Doesn't have one on the season. Book it. But as far as spread goes, the Niners have a lot of questionable guys this weekend. So I think I'm just gonna stay away from that for now.
Okay.
All
right. That was the NFL preview. So we're going to send it over for another ad read real quick, and then we'll come back with some UFC talk to wrap up the episode. Ladies and gentlemen, how we doing? It's your boy Mondo here today to tell you a little bit about Open Bar. That is right. The same thing I talked about last episode. Guess what? They're back again. And you might be wondering, Mondo, what the fuck is an open bar? I'll tell you right now. Open bar was a concept that my dad and I came up with when I was moving into the fraternity house my senior year of college. Basically, we didn't have room for a full bar, so what we do? We invented one that came down from the wall. And guess what? It looked incredible. Look at the picture right here. It's the easiest thing to get. Saves you all kinds of room. Everyone loves it. Everyone uses it. You can put on dartboards, mirrors if you want to look good, whatever you want. We can build open desks that come down. So if you're a little study bird or you want to play video games, guess what? Open desk got you too. We got all kinds of products. All you have to do is reach out to cmondo at jmatinc.net, cmondo at jmattinc.net. Reach out today, customize your own bar. It will be sent out to you. It is worth the price. These things hold up long time. Telling you it is worth it. Peace. Damn, that man doing that ad read, I swear he gets cuter every single week. Let's send it over to Kyle to kick off our UFC fight. I guess not night, fight afternoon. So
Yeah, fight afternoon. UFC 294. It's in Abu Dhabi. So yeah, it's afternoon. It's a pretty big card. I'd say this might be the biggest card of the year. Not including the John Jones Stipe Miocic fight at the end of the year, but this card's pretty loaded. So I'm definitely laying down a lot of picks. I got a pick for every main card fight and then the last prelim fight as well. So we'll start with the last prelim. It's Tim Elliott against Muhammad Makayev. Tim Elliott is just like one of those really seasoned vet, like kind of an older guy. I think he's late 30s. And Muhammad Makayev, 10-0, undefeated. One of those new, young, up-and-coming Russian guys. So I think that's a no-brainer. You got to ride the guy that's undefeated. So that's the last card on the prelims. The first fight on the main card is Saeed Nurmagomedov.
That name's so hard.
That's
Saeed
clearly, I'm so dead
Nurmagomedov.
ass. That's why I wanted someone else to lead this shit. There's
got
too
it,
many
you got
letters in here. Too many.
Yeah, Saeed Nurmagomedov, not related to Khabib. I kind of thought he was, but he's not related to Khabib at all.
Damn.
He's fighting Gafurov. Don't know much about that guy, but Said Nurmagomedov is just like a ground grappling specialist. And his striking has been better in his recent fights. So we're gonna ride Nurmagomedov all day.
Sounds
Then the
good.
next fight after that is Ikram Aliskerov against Warley Alves. That's the same kind of as that prelim fight where Aliskerov is 14-1. He's kind of just been rolling through people. And he's going to continue to roll through his opponent, who is Alves, who's just another old guy, kind of trying to fight his way back up the rankings, but he's going against a tough guy. And then the three main fights, which this is what everybody's there to watch. Magomed Ankalaev against Johnny Walker. Magomed Ankalaev is an absolute animal. Absolute animal. If you literally Google Ankalaev highlights, you will be mind blown because he puts people through the mat. So we got to ride Ankalaev. He's 18-1. Johnny Walker, he's more of like a power guy. So he does have like that one hit KO power, but he's kind of swings wild. So we're trusting Ankalaev. He's got the stamina. He's durable. So give me that. And then I'll let Holmes start this next one off. Kamaru Usman comes out to my. How do you feel about that?
Oh man, there's no way you don't take Chimaev here. Like Usman on just getting the call after who the hell dropped out of this fight? Was it Oliveira?
No,
He
it was
dropped out of the main event, I think.
It was Paulo Costa.
Paulo Costa, that's what it was. True. I forgot it was him. He had elbow surgery, went out late. Usman gets the call here. I don't know, man. From what I've seen from Chimaev, that guy is an absolute monster. Like, I mean, there's nobody physically that matches up against him in the UFC, at least so far. Usman will probably be like the closest he gets to his build, but I feel like you have to ride Chimaev.
Yeah, I'm also gonna hop in real quick. Usman getting that call a little late into the kind of the fight campaign. I'm not necessarily sure he's ready for fight night. I know he was kind of a backup heading into it, but you guys are right, bro. Chimaev, that man is fucking nasty.
Yeah.
And like if you bet against him, you're out of your fucking mind. So that's really the take there.
Yeah, I mean Chimaev 12-0. It's hard to bet against that.
Mhm.
The only edge Usman really has is he has the experience. He has that championship, that atmosphere. He's faced those big fights. He's faced big names. And this is really going to be Chimaev's first big test. But yeah, I do agree. I think Chimaev can win this for sure. Either a late round knockout, late round submission, or even probably just going to decision. Comes out, does enough damage. Any pick for that, Gare? Anything?
Honestly,
I'm gonna leave him out.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm not a big UFC guy. If I see it on Stream East after I watch something, then maybe I'll throw it on. But unless my boy Derek Lewis isn't fighting, I'm watching. I love Derek Lewis. Shout out Derek Lewis. Those post game interviews are.
Hell yeah.
Let me just say this. There's no Gator game on tomorrow. This will be on in the middle of the day. If you are not that into UFC, this is one of the absolute most perfect times to tune into an event.
Definitely.
UFC 294 is going to be an absolute bloodbath. Even if you're a casual viewer, you will fucking love it.
Well, it's like being called like the battle of like the Brazilians versus the Russians, right? Isn't that like kind of the whole theme of the night? Yeah, so fuck the Russians.
Yeah, just even if you're not into it, man, I'm telling you, like it's worth the watch. It really is.
I'll tune in. I'll support the boys in their endeavors.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And then the big fight of the night is Alexander Volkanovski, Islam Makhachev. That's going to be a banger. It's obviously a rematch. They fought recently before. It's going to be a tough pick because they just fought. They kind of know what to expect from each other now. So it's going to be a little different. I think in the first fight, Islam underestimated Volkanovski for sure. So going into this fight, I think he's going to be a little bit more well prepared. Obviously, Volkanovski had to step in for Charles Oliveira, so he's going to be on less training. Not a full training camp. So I'm taking Islam. Volk's also fighting up 155, so that's just another factor that's just going against him. So give me Islam. I also like the fight to go to the distance. I don't think there's going to be any knockouts. It's probably just going to be just a battle of grappling, takedowns, just a lot.
Very fair. I would ride that same thing. Definitely it's a decision. And honestly, I would ride Volk if he wasn't on short rest. Second fight, I almost think Volk could have had that first fight. I think if he had enough time to prepare and they actually went head to head without any late calls, anything like that, I would take Volk and for some plus money value too. But yeah, I just think the position right now, I think you got to ride Islam, no brainer.
Yeah, Holmes, word for word, like I'm right there with you. Do I think there is a chance Volk could come out with an upset? Yeah, but I do feel like it's very unlikely unless it's an early KO, which probably will not happen.
Yep.
I just don't think he's going to have the stamina to make it a real battle in the later rounds of the fight. So that's kind of why I'm leaning towards Islam in this. But I do think it'll probably go the distance. So, Gare?
I mean, everybody's rocking with this man Islam, so I think it's only right that I go with Volk. Plus 210. I've definitely heard that name before.
I would hope you've heard Islam before, Gare. I would hope so.
I've heard of Islam before. But give me Volk.
Bro.
Jesus. But give me Volk, he says.
Islam's got Khabib as a coach. He's got Hasbulla in his corner, bro. Like, can't beat that.
Yeah, Hasbulla will be at the fight. That's nuts.
Does that change anything, Gare?
Give me Volk.
You gotta respect it.
All right. So that is the UFC 294 preview. It will be live tomorrow at 2:00 Eastern, I think, is when the main card starts, something like that.
Yeah, either 2 or 3, something like yeah.
But yeah, mid-afternoon, kind of in between the main slates for football. So hop on in. It will be worth the watch, even if you're not a big fan. Kyle, thank you so much for coming on, my dude. NFL takes, UFC, legal play. Really appreciate it. We'll see you soon, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, appreciate it.
Holmes, Gary, I'll see you guys on the next episode. We will see you guys later. Peace.
Sir.